Hey, good morning, everybody. I woke up early. I had this idea in my mind that I wanted to do this video. As some of you may know from my past videos, you know that I suffer from schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, depressive type to be exact. Just recently, I've been doing my refresher research on it. It's always good for me to look back on what it is exactly, how it affects me, and not to get it confused with other things. And the truth is, Scientology creates psychosis. The definition of psychosis: it's a mental disorder characterized by a disconnection from reality. I thank the Lord, I'm thankful that I'm here in this situation because I don't have it as bad as some do. And there are people out there that see things that aren't there, hear things that aren't there, and they can be very severe. And there's also, it's like a spectrum on it. I had my episodes, and maybe one day I'll go over them. I take medication for it now, and it's the right medication. It's been under control for the most part, at least from what I can tell. And it's the way to go for me. It's the difference between a good day and a bad day if I'm properly medicated and acknowledge what I have. You have L. Ron Hubbard manipulating people into believing lies. You have people, the first one is the reactive mind. You're going to believe something that's not really there. You know, when you look at the clear cognition, I realized I've been mocking up my own reactive mind, and I'm not doing it anymore. It's a con. It's also further in depth to psychosis, because once again you're believing that you're clear and nothing ever happened. The worst of it all, when I found out about the O2 levels and the body things, I was like, oh my God. You want to talk about mass psychosis? To think you have all these spiritual entities and clusters in your body? That reminds me of just what Scientology would call type 3. You know, that picture in the handbook, which shows that guy all crazy. For real. Who really brought my attention to it was Doug Kramer. Very much missed. He was one of my favorites. And he was himself. If you disagree with him, fine. Don't matter. He's speaking his mind. And he exposed a lot of good things that I am interested in. But to see that psychosis explained through Doug Kramer, he has his past videos where he does say that he was psychotic. He had a psychotic break. Yeah, to think Just to think of that mental torture, it's sad. It's really bad. It's so harmful. You're creating schizophrenics, Scientology. You're creating schizophrenics. Even if temporarily. You're insisting there's something there that it really is not there. Not only that, you're insisting it's something that's really far out there. That doesn't exist. And attention needs to be put on that. To the degree, in my opinion, that many ex-Scientologists I can imagine are still trying to shake that psychosis. And I think if they just recognize that it is a psychosis and it is created, they can kind of disenchant that. Yeah, man, I'm really amazed. I'm really amazed. And hey, I want to thank everybody for giving me this support and listening and letting me be part of this community. It means a lot to me. It's really helped me. You know, I'm sure that in your own experiences you can look back and see how Scientology has created psychosis, schizophrenia in people, and other things. It's dangerous. It's really dangerous. Especially when you start believing that you're all these past lives. And you really believe it, like I did. I'm somebody with undiagnosed schizophrenia back when I was on staff. And I'm believing one time that came up for whatever reason, that I'm an OT7 past life. You know, and I do laugh at it now. But I'm also trying to convey the fact that it really screwed with me. And it really did put me through a psychotic episode that lasted some weeks, maybe months. And because of that false belief, and that intense false belief, like you really knew. You throw that word Scientology, you throw that word certainty around. You know, you put a big badge of certainty. I am certain, no questions asked, that Scientology is the way. So you never look, and you never give yourself the chance to fully evaluate the data you're being fed. It's amazing what belief does. It really is. All of these people who are still in Scientology, mindfully and willfully, they're choosing to stay in this psychosis. It's messing up their lives. And the fact that the fact that Scientology is so, I don't have the right word, but they're so against psychiatry, which really is the thing that handles psychosis. Just their level of evil just blows me away. Hiding behind this facade of we're the most ethical group on the planet. They're creating psychotics. There are people in there today who need to audit out their body thetans. I'm sure there's some who are struggling with believing it. And I can only imagine what happens if you tell your tech sec or case supervisor that you have doubts, and how they cram it in that it's you who's wrong, reinforcing that schizophrenic mindset. It's just really upsetting. I wish I had the graphics and the pictures to show and make this video a bit more lively, but I just want to get that message across. As a person who does have schizophrenia his whole life and found out about it maybe 5 years ago. Imagine that. You find out you have schizophrenia at age 45. Well, it was a ride. It really tells you a lot. It answers so many questions. And I'm so mad at Scientology for doing this. So mad at Elmer Hubbard. So mad at David Miscavige. And I'm also very mad at the people who know it creates schizophrenia and the dangers that creates. Households can be turned all around when a psychotic break happens. Trouble happens. I've been there. We all know there's worse. Somehow, I want to chip away at Scientology's mental abuse, because it's really there. Narrowing it down and all that, really dissecting it is a task that, can be difficult for me sometimes due to my attention. But it just needs to be understood. Sad. All these lost souls. You know what amazes me? How much time is lost in our lives chasing or believing in lies. I'm so sorry for those who've been in Scientology for decades, their whole life. And you come to this realization that it's all a lie. Take comfort in this support group. Take comfort in this group, this community. It's true. They are here for you. We are here for you. I can attest to that. what a mind screw. I mean, Hubbard really made a jagged road, very jagged, very sharp. As you go down this path, it's barbed. So if you try to go back, it'll snag you, cut you, cause you pain. So a lot of people just keep on sliding down. It's changing. What's going on is such great hope. It's changing. We're seeing light being put onto this. And fight. It's so good. You know, I wanted to say those things. I wanted to talk about this. I'd like to talk about it in more detail. You know, I know I shouldn't be putting myself down, but I just want to say that I know these videos may appear boring. Not to me. I'm fine with the format because I like to have real interaction, amateur style footage. I enjoy that. I enjoy the other ways too, more professional and clean cut. With my resources and what I can do and my style, I'm okay with this. But I appreciate anybody listening this far and sticking with it. I don't know why I felt I had to say that, but whatever. I'll get over it. Well, thank you. You have a great day. You create a good day if you can. We'll talk again soon.